We are live. It is August 9th, 2026. TJ Jackson, Francis Jackson here.
Hola.
What is going on, everyone? We have some comments, some questions, some topics to tackle. But as always, feel free to ask or comment or say whatever you want, and we will publish on the screen some of those comments. But this is another live Q&A. I always love enjoy doing these. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time. So first thing I want to talk about is we're gonna talk about how men should approach women. Don't worry, women. Women are like,
we gonna talk about that?
Yeah, we're gonna
like
talk
as in you and me.
Well, I got some stuff to share today.
Okay, I hope so.
We're going to talk about that, but first I want to talk about Perez Hilton because it's a big thing that's going on. Did you find out what's happening, Francis?
Okay, first of all, TJ mentioned something about wanting to talk about this, and I was like, oh, I haven't heard, because honestly, you guys, I'm not on social media that much. I'm really not. And I definitely don't like read these stories.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, what's it about? And he goes, no, I think I should wait. You should not know what it's about. We should talk about it live.
Yeah.
So I didn't even check to see what you were talking about.
So you don't know?
I have no clue.
Okay.
No clue.
Okay. So basically, you know who Perez Hilton is?
Yes.
Kind of a tabloidy influencer who I think at one point his website, perezhilton.com, was what he was known for, like a TMZ. So kind of scandalous, kind of low level, gossipy stuff. I almost said garbage, but yeah, we could say garbage. A lot of it was not true. A lot of it's just preying on celebrityism and any issues or perceived issues they have. Some people like Perez would exploit and bring it out to the forefront. You fast forward many years, and now I think perezhilton.com is still a thing, but he's also on social media channels. But what you don't know, Francis, and what I learned when I was on my X feed is there was a video circulating of him having what appeared to be, even though I haven't seen it, I was told not to watch it by no one I know, but by people out there. The public basically said, do not watch this video. I was warned not to watch it, didn't listen, and I so wish I did listen. Even some of you guys have said same thing, where don't watch it because it's that horrific and that graphic and that dark.
Really?
Yeah, apparently a lot of blood, it was a live stream, and he just had a huge mental breakdown. And with all that said, I appreciate your response, Francis, because even though the guy doesn't have the most quote unquote friends or the most support around the world because of his actions, he's still a human.
He's still a human.
He's still someone's son. He's still someone's brother, father, grandson. And I think we have to have that compassion and empathy, regardless of what he has done. I made a post on Twitter.
So is it even available for me to see anymore?
You don't want to. I don't know. I'll admit I tried to look for it a bit, and every time I looked for it, I didn't find it. But I kept seeing this response of you don't want to watch it. So I stopped looking for it. And so I don't know how easy it is to find. I do know he is apparently in some type of recovery or stable condition. But what I want to say is that I put a post on X, a tweet, and basically saying, look, he wasn't nice to my family.
Wow. Sequoia says, I saw the live of Perez Hilton. It was scary. Think the movie Carrie.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So
honestly, like once you told me like, oh, I want you to be like not know what actually happened and then talk about it on the live, I kind of just forgot about it.
Savannah said, I made a mistake of watching it and I wish I hadn't. I can stomach a lot of things, but that was a lot. See, and I heard that too.
So it's really that bad?
I heard that too much, so I stopped looking for it. But I made a tweet. This is the point I want to make. I made a tweet on X about how he wasn't nice to many people, including my family, of course. But that doesn't mean we can't be compassionate and empathetic
Well,
and
you don't
hoping.
want to wish ill on others. Honestly, for me, that's what my mom always taught me.
Of course.
Like, you don't, even your worst enemy, you shouldn't wish them ill.
A lot of the X community, which I've always said is the darkest and probably the most unhealthiest social media platform. Until they change the algorithms and stop rewarding that kind of mentality, I'm going to keep saying what I feel. But they were
It sounds
very,
awful.
very taken back and very against my comment and felt he deserved everything and all that craziness. And I can only pray for that, for people who have that mentality.
But when it's a mental thing, it's, I don't know. I just don't wish that on anyone. I really don't. And I feel like, honestly, that's how, we got to work on our judgment for sure.
Harmony says, I saw the video, Perez. It was so horrific, like demonic. TJ, your response on X was beautiful. God bless your heart. Well, thank you, Harmony. And
jeez, that's
I just think it's how I was raised. And a lot of people have done me and my family wrong, but we're always going to be the type of people to see the better side of you, and sometimes to a fault. Sometimes we justify actions that don't need to be justified. But in this case, like I said, this is a life or death situation. There's no enjoyment of seeing someone who may have been wrong to you suffer like this. So I do pray for his recovery. I hope we all can learn something from this. I hope his family and his kids are okay. I hope they get whatever support they need. And I hope the world learns. And I don't think it will ever completely learn, but I hope people on X learn that there's no joy in revenge. I made this point, I think it was in maybe the members live on IG yesterday, that my mother was murdered, physically murdered. And my first instinct for the first several decades after was, he deserves to rot in jail, and there was no forgiveness. And I've learned that without any forgiveness from my side, it's something that will always have a hold on me, and something that will always play a role in how I feel. And I had to forgive and had to learn.
That's very difficult to do.
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
And it took me decades, like I said, but I had to learn to forgive, not forget, but forgive, to reclaim 100% of myself and to move forward. And maybe for a lot of these X users, it'll take an incident like I experienced to come across there. But I think it's a skill that's worth practicing. A lot of our greatest minds have great quotes on forgiveness and the power of it, from MLK to Gandhi to many others. So again, this is just an opportunity, in my opinion, to spread out into the world the positivity in thinking well and praying for, quote unquote, an enemy. I think it's super important. Around Below Live says, that's how you know you guys are good people with pure hearts. Despite the bad things people do to you, you still wish them well. A peaceful heart and mind is priority.
I agree with that. Like, I feel like it's huge. It's harder to do. I think it's harder to forgive and almost set yourself free than it is. I mean, if you harbor that hate in your soul, I don't feel like you're gonna thrive as a human.
Yeah, I think it's very challenging to do so. So,
because it's there, it's deep, it's in there, and you may have it buried, but it's there, and it'll show its ugly head in other ways.
Very good. Okay, so let's go tackle some of these other topics. Franny, will you read this
Nanella?
one? Yes.
Love watching you, my Sunday. Can't stay long. I'm heading to my Pilates class. I'll follow up later. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed day, guys. Grateful for your positive energy and way to stay. I don't know. It probably means something that
either ways, you have a wonderful Pilates class. Pilates is something that is very healthy for you. Yoga as well.
Mind, body, and soul.
But continue to take care of yourself. It's very, very important. Emery says, please wish your brother a happy birthday. Yes, it was Terrell's birthday yesterday. Right. Taj's was 5 days ago, so both of my brothers within 4 days. So I will do so. I will make sure they know that there's so many people out there wishing and praying for a wonderful year for them. Megan says, "Hi, TJ and Francis. Just want to say hello and let you know how much I appreciate you both, your kindness and your wise reflections."
Oh, thanks, Megan.
Thank you, Megan. And then, Franny, will you read this one?
Sure. Rafi. I'm just going to say Rafi. Hi, beautiful family. How are you? Fans in Europe are so excited as Paris announced her first tour dates in Europe. I'm going to Paris and can't wait for it. Also seeing 3T in LaGuardia. Yeah, LaGuardia
was huge. Very cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, Rafi, you go enjoy yourself. If you see my cousin, give her a big hug from all of us.
You know, I have some dates for her here too, but
I think they're sold out.
She did tell me that, and we've actually been talking because I was like, we should try to get there, but I think we're out of town. So.
Okay. Well, you have a good time. Like I said, if you see my cousin, give her a big hug and make memories. We have LK, who says, "First time joining live. Unfortunately, I have to get off in 10 minutes, but I'm glad I caught this." There you go.
Welcome for that short time, LK.
And then we have a members chat from Tiffany, who says, "Good morning, Jackson. Awesome family." Thank you so much, Tiffany. Good morning. We have Clarice, who's a new member.
Hi, Clarice.
Clarice, welcome. And then we have Tasia, who has a super chat, who says, "Hi, TJ and Franny. Today is Father's Day here in Brazil.
Aww.
I won't be able to follow 100%, but I wish you both an excellent Sunday. Love you both." Well,
love you too.
We love you too.
Happy Father's Day to all those Brazilian fathers.
Yes. It's funny to me, not funny, but it's interesting to me how different parts of the world celebrate different days.
Their own thing. I love it.
But I think that's a good thing. We have Tunes and Spoons, who says hello.
Tunes and Spoons.
We are going to Tunes and Spoons in a couple weekends, you guys. It's the weekend of the 21st, I believe, in Claremore, Oklahoma. Me and Franny will be there. It's the 21st and 22nd and 23rd are the dates for Tunes and Spoons. It's a festival that my father helped initiate and start. And he never got to see it in fruition because he died before the first inaugural one happened. So this is year 2 of Tunes and Spoons, and I will be there like I was for last year, and I'm looking forward to it. So
yeah, a lot of good people.
If you are near Claremore, Oklahoma, stop by and have a good time. And then we got Nope. 714. That's 3 nopes. Francis, will you read?
I sure will. I've had a difficult childhood where my closest family really hurt me. I don't feel like forgiving them. That still doesn't mean that I haven't gotten over it. I think we need to force forgiveness.
It's an interesting take, and I'm not. I think there may be some "quote unquote" forcing to get to forgiveness. So I respect that. I understand that it's not something that always comes natural, depending on, especially depending on what the "quote unquote" breach was. I'll say it that way. So I respect this opinion. Nope. All I am saying is that I've learned, for me, when I forgive people who truly don't really deserve it, it actually frees me a bit better, and I get more of my mental control. So I can only pray people learn and grow, but I can't control other people. So even in this Perez Hilton case, I can only pray and hope once he's recovered, he changes his ways and becomes a positive influence for people to take the high road or to not prey on people at their weakest moments. I can only pray that he learns that lesson himself and will influence others to be better. So, but I can't control that. The only thing I control is how I feel and think and what's in my mind and what's eating up my mind. So I think that's the true benefit of learning how to forgive. And it's, like I said, it's not easy. It's not easy. And it's something that I had to get better at as I get older. It took me some time. But thank you for that comment. Nope. I love that.
I think you like saying that.
I do. Sabrina says, "Hi, my daughter's falling in love for the first time. Do you have any parents'
Oh,
advice?"
that's so cute.
Franny, you go
Well,
ahead.
how old is Sabrina?
Well,
That's kind of important.
okay. Well, let's do a couple age range. Just hit them all real quick.
I mean, I think some people would think I'm a little too strict, but I feel like your kids are going to love who they love. I feel like as parents, the best thing we can do is to support them as long as that person is good for them and a good person as well. Um, yeah, for me, as long as they're good to them, that's really all that matters.
Mm.
You know, I, for me, I don't even know about for you because you just let me handle this stuff.
I do. When it comes to girls.
So yeah, with boys, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah,
but anyways,
I'm hypocritical in that way.
he's
It's
so
just, it is.
hypocritical.
I'm gonna be real about that. It's hard. It's hard.
I get it, and as a mother and as a woman, I get it. But for my girls, the great thing is that they always knew they had a safe place to come and speak to me openly about anything.
Mm.
And I feel like that is very important to do. So when your kids like make a mistake and if you're yelling and going nuts on them, what are the chances that they're going to come to you if they have an actual problem or need advice? So I just think keeping a safe space. Obviously, I've went nuts on my kids before. That's just,
part of
some
parenting.
parents do it. Yeah, exactly.
The road to parenting.
But at the same time, let them know that they can trust you with anything. Yeah. Anything, because you are the number one person that wants the best for them in this whole world.
And I'll just add to this, Sabrina. This is your daughter's, I'm gonna assume, first or at least close to first time experience really intense emotions. And I think it's a great opportunity for you to set the stage of what kind of support system you will be for the rest of her life. Beyond, let's fast forward in 20, 30 years when she's going through another situation. I would hope, and I would think you would too, that you would want your child to come to you for advice and for guidance and to get the support they may need. So I think this is like the first iteration of that, and I think it's something that we as parents can really take advantage of by being as supportive as possible. So yeah. That's probably the first.
TJ's a funny girl dad.
Why?
You just are.
What do I do? Tell me. I'm curious. Nah. They want to know what makes me funny. I want to know what makes me funny.
No, I can't. I don't chase You'd be coming upstairs and just asking me like, so this what we gonna do? You asking 2 years later?
Yeah, I mean,
he's funny.
I do. I just want to.
And I'm like, listen, I'm trying to wind down. And I don't have time for serious conversations right now.
So this is the situation. When it comes to our girls, we have 15 and 18-year-old daughters. When it comes to them, I do lean on Frances. She is the queen bee. She's the one who's been a female before. I've never experienced that.
I just want a little
help. I've never experienced the little flutters of the heart and all the stuff that women may be going through. So I just say, look, I trust you, friend. You have a good head on your shoulder. You are the captain. What can I do to help you perform the way you need to perform?
It's funny. I don't tell him a lot either.
So,
because you know what? That's between me and my girls. He don't need to know everything.
That doesn't mean there's times where I think there may be a different strategy that would work better or think things should be a little different. And I'll just pose the question to her. She still remains the boss. I may say so. So we're now doing.
You heard it here first.
I think that's the right.
You know what though? We're pretty blessed because our girls, all three of them, have been great and pretty easy. So we're pretty blessed with that. I have to say.
I also just think it's better to have your kids close to you and at home.
Absolutely.
And if you overreact, they may run away.
See, I learned from that being a teen mom. I wish, and I had my sisters. I should have been able to talk to any of them at any given time, but for some reason, none of us did.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make sure that my girls have that.
Joseph says, you guys are my absolute comfort channel. You guys have helped me go through hard times. Thank you. Well, thank you, Joseph. Those are kind words.
Very sweet.
And then, this is okay. We're gonna hold on to this because we got to
don't lose it.
No, I won't. Gabby says greetings from Germany. When do you come?
Hey, Gabby.
Hopefully soon, Gabby. Hopefully soon. And then we have Carmi from South Africa, who says, hi, TJ and Francis. Greetings from South Africa. Love you guys.
We love
Oh,
you
we love
too,
you too.
Carmi. Welcome.
So I think now we can get to the other big topic. And there's going to be, I'm sure, more. But we're going to talk about the topic of men. This stemmed from Serena. And I wasn't as prepared as I probably should have been. So I don't have the exact comment or tweet she did. I think it was a super chat. I pulled it up on my side. You guys won't be able to see it. But last week, Serena sent a super chat and she said, will you do a future live on how men should approach women and what women should look out for in men? Some of these men today are terrible on how they approach women. And we got this question comment towards the end. I think
this is an interesting subject.
We got this at the end of the live last week, so we couldn't really dive in because we were about to sign off. So I wanted to save it for today. So Serena, if you're in here, if you have any follow-up questions, please ask them, or any of you guys. But thanks for the question. Okay, so Francis, how should men approach women?
I want to know, as this TJ today, how you feel first. Like, you really want me to go first? I just think this is such an interesting topic because TJ was way too terrified, according to him. He was too shy to come up to me.
No, first, I couldn't. Okay, a couple things. This isn't about us. This isn't about us.
Well, you need to give advice.
Times have changed. I am going to give my advice. And you guys, especially the elder women out there, please give your advice. And elder men, please give your advice.
I got my advice.
Put your advice in the comments. But I think I should explain what happened when we met.
Yeah, but you explain it and then you joke around with it and you're not serious.
Well, it's kind of comical.
Just so you guys know, we had this little conversation. He told me what we were going to be talking about. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting for a guy that was too scared to come up to me. I said, but.
She thinks I was too scared to come up to her. I couldn't get to her, you guys.
Guys, that's not true.
You know, like.
TJ, you got to stop saying that, babe, because I think your mind believes it.
I couldn't get to you.
Why?
First of all, when me and Francis met, I had entered a room and was being approached and talked to.
Not yet.
Francis was like this thing dot moving the other way, leaving, and I couldn't. So I did all I could do to express my interest into her, which was looked at her because she's a beautiful woman. And after like a minute, I was talking with someone and another person, and I was like, you know, dang, that was, and then boom, she is. She pops up on me. She says, "Hi, you were looking at me," or what did you say? What? Let's entertain people. What did you say? Because you did have to come up to me.
Honestly, I have to say that none of that's true.
What?
None of it's true. And I really think you've trained your mind to believe that that's how it happened.
What happened? Explain to everyone what happened.
I think they've all heard this story before. I was walking out. You were walking in. We locked eyes.
We weren't close to each other.
No, not really, but it was kind of across the room.
Okay.
And
a full room.
Yeah, it was full of people.
Okay.
But we somehow, and let's say there was a couple hundred people. I don't really know.
Okay.
But we locked eyes.
Yeah.
I was looking at you as I was leaving. You were looking at me leaving.
Yeah.
And I get to the door. First of all, I turn away first because I felt like embarrassed and uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then I was walking out the door and my friend grabbed me because I think she saw you too and thought you were cute.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Did you see the way that guy was looking at you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "You have to go say hi to him." I was like, "I'm not saying hi to him." And she was like, "You have to. Didn't you see how he was?" And I was like, "No, I'm not doing that because I'm from Texas. You don't go up to guys."
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's a pride thing. And then she was like, "Oh no, because if you don't go say hi to him, I'm going to have to hear this for the rest of the night and probably the rest of the year." So she literally took my arm And by the time I did get back to TJ, there were other girls talking to him. That's the story. Not that he couldn't get to me, that he maybe just wasn't as interested as his eyes looked like they were.
Listen, I'm going to respectfully say she said it very, very close to how I remember it, but I don't remember ever having the freedom to move around where I wanted
He
to
did.
move around.
He did.
Either way, it's been 30?
No, not there. Not
28
yet.
years.
27, almost 28.
So both of our stories may be a little off, but it's somewhere in
Look,
there.
we could do a poll, and I'm sure that at least 75, maybe 80% of people will believe me because they know how bad your memory is.
Okay, so we'll go straight to Tim's question. Tim says, Francis, I'm shy to talk to girls. Could I have some advice, please, from you and TJ, please?
Okay, so Tim, I'm going to give you an example of what happened to me. And I was married, and I've said this story before, but this gentleman, and he wasn't.
When was this?
This was at the airport.
When was this?
2 years ago, maybe.
Okay, 2 years ago.
About 2
the
years ago.
time seems to keep coming closer and closer.
3?
But it's okay. It's okay.
I really don't remember.
Okay.
I just know I was traveling alone, which I didn't do very often.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know where I would have been going. Definitely coming back from Texas.
Okay.
So I was walking in the airport. We had all gotten off the plane. I guess he was on the same flight as I was. But he came up to me so respectfully and nice that it didn't bother me or intimidate me.
What is coming up to you respectfully?
So he came up to me and he was like, "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. You're a beautiful woman. Are you taken?" He was very I think himself. He wasn't trying to give a line. He wasn't trying to be cool. He just looked like he was interested in this woman, and he was going to take his chance.
Okay.
So I respected that. And obviously, I think it's flattering when someone comes up to you, but I also was very nice and turned him down, like in a nice way. Like, yes, I'm sorry. I'm very taken, because I am. 6 kids is a lot of kids. So, and he was really nice. And he was like, "Okay, I'm sorry to bother you. He's a lucky man." That's what he said.
I am a lucky man.
But again, I was not bothered by that.
Because of his approach.
His approach, he was kind.
Okay.
I think if you can just be authentic and be yourself, I don't think the cheesy lines work at all.
Okay.
So I think that's more like embarrassing for the guy.
So I think being real, and you said, "Excuse me, I hate to inconvenience you."
He was being polite.
I apologize for bothering you, but I had to say you're a beautiful girl, and I'd love to know if you are taken.
Something like
which seems a little
not word for word.
But anyways, how do we help Tim and anyone else who's more shy to even get to that point?
I think you gotta shoot your shot. You gotta take your chance.
Yeah, Tim, I think
even if you get rejected.
This is the thing, Tim. I think you may struggle from what I struggled with, and that's the fear of no or being disappointed. And I think for me, I can only speak for me, I was so used to quote unquote winning or getting yeses that I was so scared to get a no. So I think you just gotta, and I'm not just saying with women, I'm just saying in general. In general. So when you succeed over and over and over in life, sometimes it's hard to stomach or concentrate.
That's the best part of life is failure. That's where you're growing as a person when you fail. You truly are.
That's the takeaway, Tim. I think, and I don't know your age, but I think the sooner we can understand that failure is the fertilization for success and happiness and great things in life, the better we can be. You may lose in that instance, but you've learned so much. You've learned it from experience. You've learned on approach. You've gained confidence. Even though you may have lost, you did something that you thought you couldn't do, which was the approach. So with that in mind, I think you have to find that courage.
You have to find it.
And I'm not going to say assume failure because you don't want to come off with that energy, but really take off some of that steam that failure or that power of failure has within yourself. No one's going to care. No one's going to care. That person's going to forget about it. They don't know you. You're going to go on to the next thing. And I think that's an important thing to do.
I also think girls can be a little more kind when someone's being respectful and coming up to you in a nice way. I've never been known to like, no, I don't care what you look like or who you are, as long as you're a kind person. I don't feel like, you should give off that negative energy to anyone. And just think about the other person.
I like this response from K1 Interception, who says, I try and compliment something they have or are wearing. Graphic tees help a lot to break ice. Eye contact if they ask questions back. If not, I move on.
There
I
you go.
think that's very well said, K1.
Respectful. That's what matters most.
So you could find something, graphic tees, if they're wearing any type of t-shirts that show an interest. You can ask about that thing. You can, if it's a hat or anything, you can notice that can help you maybe take some of the pressure off of you asking for someone's information. Even if it's just a conversation, let's change the goals. Let's just say you're just trying to connect. Maybe start there, Tim and others. Just connect. Don't even try to get to the point where you're asking for an information, for a phone number, or I guess today it's an Instagram handle.
Well, I was going to get to that story too. But my advice is, if you are exchanging interest with another woman, go up to that woman. Don't be like this guy and not do it. Don't do that. Like he could, 100%. No one was in his way.
That's not true.
No other girl was talking to him at the time.
The bartender was helping me out, like TJ, giving me.
And you know what? You know what he said? I didn't plan on getting any numbers. This fool had a pen on him.
The bartender,
it wasn't a Sharpie.
Was like, "Here, you're gonna need this, my man."
Babe, the bar was way at the other end of the room, so be quiet. You lying now.
I watched this whole room and I see the gravitation. You're gonna need this, and you're gonna need this, my man. That's what happened.
Y'all see, y'all be thinking TJ's all sweet and innocent, but this fool, he be making up stuff. Anyways, if the other person
shout
is
out
showing
to you, Barry the bartender.
Get serious.
Okay,
TJ.
I'm trying, Francis. I'm trying. Okay, how should men approach women? I think it should be a quite rare thing. Honestly,
you can't even be.
I don't think men should approach women. Basically, this is an interesting thing. So if men aren't approaching women,
how are they going to connect? I think you approach them.
I do too.
You take that chance because you never know what can happen. So I think it's different, especially for like JoJo and Dee Dee's age, because we were out at the mall. This was last weekend. We were out at the mall and Joe had a break between her matches. So we went and grabbed something to eat, and Joe wanted to go get something. And so TJ and I, we waited for her. And she came over smiling. I was like, what happened? What just happened? And she's like, this guy just asked me for my Snap. and she's like, I don't have Snapchat. Sorry, I don't have it. So, he couldn't think of anything like, can I have your Instagram? Can I have...
Well,
you know what I mean?
I think, and I'm going to go into,
I think he said, you're pretty. Can I have your Snap or something like that? He gave her a compliment first, and Joe, I knew something happened because her face was all red.
Ivy Saluna Wellness says, can confirm that dating as a 20-something is scary right now. Lord bless it. Yeah. See, and this is where I think
I feel for them. I really do.
Too.
I really do. Because like, the dating apps and the swipe, I don't even know if you're swiping right or left. Shoot, I don't even.
That depends on that. No, the whole swiping thing. The whole swiping thing is no good. I think this is the problem with me with dating apps and swiping and all that stuff. It just makes it seem like it's a catalog.
Yeah,
and
you have so many options.
you never let your heart and emotion and like the serendipity of the moment carry you. And I think that's an important, I think it's a cool aspect, and it could build your relationship even further along. So I would always say, I'm not going to say dating apps can't work. There's
I
people that
think
have
they
been
can
married
work. I just
for,
feel bad that like that's what sometimes you have to go through because you don't know like that person obviously is putting their best foot forward. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like a picture doesn't really do justice. But I do feel like that's how our kids' generation, how they talk to people and how
What
they meet people.
I think another problem is, Ivy, your generation, it's all of us now, but you're growing up in a time when everyone's buried in their phone. Like I was on a subway in France last couple weeks ago, and literally I looked around and everybody was on their phone. No one was looking around at other people. No one was making any type of eye contact or seeing. It was really interesting.
So you don't even have that opportunity.
It seems like everyone's in their own world, and that's really unfortunate. So with that said, I think you got to do the best you can in your situation and put yourself in positions where maybe where you can be approached or you could see other things, shopping, or church or bookstores where the phone's not going to be the dominant piece. Because if you just go
a park,
sometimes people are just on their phone. But
yes,
just get out there. Yeah, get out there. Do a 5K. Do a walk. Do a run. Get out there. I think that you have to be more out there than ever before in our society to have a chance at getting that kind of true experience that I think today's kids are missing, which is really, really tragic.
Yeah.
Will you read this comment from Megan?
Megan says, approach her with genuine interests, not expectations. Give her give her space, respect her boundaries, and let the connection grow naturally. That's the best. I mean, I feel like our generation is definitely like, this is great advice, Megan. That's why I was saying just be authentic, be yourself, but also respectful is extremely important. I've had guys catcall me. That's no way to like talk to a girl.
Like, can you explain?
Like, hey girl, you looking good. What's your, like, I get some guys do that, but like for me, it's just like, that's not how a girl wants to be approached. That's just not, I don't think I don't think that's how a girl wants to be approached.
Zandow says, men, piece of advice, never comment on a woman's looks. Don't go up to her and say, you look beautiful. Like, is that the reason you want to talk to her? Because she's beautiful. So some women don't mind it though, right?
No, I mean,
as long as it doesn't come off like you're just pretty.
Exactly.
Like there could be more to you.
Yeah. And like the guy that came up to me, I could tell he was like, before he did that, he was definitely probably in his mind, like, I'm just going to take this chance and And, I don't think it was just like, oh, I see that girl and I'm just going to go up to her.
Aquamoon says men should show interest, smile, be respectful and courteous, and be authentic. No games, no runner, chaser mess.
Yeah, and I do feel like a lot of guys, they'll listen to their buddies and be like, or their homies and like, oh no, man, you look thirsty if you call her the next day. That's the one thing I respected about TJ. He's like, can I have your number? I'll call you tomorrow. Honestly, it didn't even cross my mind the next morning.
Yeah, I always said it's really loud. I can't hear you.
Yeah, it didn't cross my mind. Like, is he going to call me? Anything like that. I was shocked when you called. I'll be honest.
You answered on the first ring. Just.
Do you really think you believe that?
You answered pretty. I don't even know.
First of all, you have your phone's connected to the wall, so I'm not answering on the first ring. I got kids running around the house. There's no way I'm answering on the first ring. And he called early.
Hello.
He called early.
It's like, is this Francis?
He called early.
Yes, this is TJ. Yeah.
TJ, I didn't even remember your name. I did not even remember your name.
I didn't even know if I dialed it properly. It didn't even ring.
You're like, I met you last night. And I was like, ugh.
Oh, stop it. Oh,
I did only
I
give my
did.
number out once,
I
and that
did.
was to him.
I did call her the next morning though. I didn't never have been the person that like makes someone wait. I don't believe that's A, necessary, B, authentic, and C, I just don't think it's healthy. Look, if the relationship's going to work, why hold it off? Why place
Or are you interested
why
at that
start
point?
with games?
Yeah, you got to be interested in order to call that person. Like
I don't get that.
I feel like some guys also have multiple women that they're talking to at once, and that's never going to work.
Muriel says yes, no cheesy lines.
No.
Truths and lies, not truth sandals.
Good job.
Says I agree, Francis. Just shoot your shot. You never know what the other person will say unless you try.
This is true.
Iris says yes, respect is everything, but doesn't exist anymore. This is sad. So when because I'm hearing this more and more, when people say respect doesn't exist anymore, what are they saying?
I do feel like it does exist. I'm just an optimist when it comes to that stuff. But I feel like if you put that in your mind that it doesn't exist, then it's almost like that's what you're attracting. So I believe in putting in my mind, I think it exists.
Okay, but have you been approached in a disrespectful way?
No.
You really haven't?
I have like the catcalling, but not.
You don't even pay any attention.
No, it does. I'm like, boy, get out of here. I don't even respond. Or I'll just laugh at him.
Francis can be not ruthless because that's not the right terms.
I don't have time for that.
But Francis was known when she worked at a gym. You want to share how people thought of you, Francis?
So I worked at a gym I started in like, I want to say Royal was like 2 years old. I became a personal trainer because I wanted to learn about physical health and get myself in shape. So anyway, I became once I helped myself, I started helping other women, and I worked at a gym. And what I noticed was how many people are literally hooking up with each other in a gym. Now, the morning people are the more serious people. The night people, we called it the meat market. I never worked an evening at the gym. I always turned it down. I said no. But while I was training, me and the juice bar guy got really close.
Wait, you got to explain, because when you say that, it seems romantic or like
no,
attraction.
we were homies. He was my homie. And so I remember talking to him one day, and he's like, Francis, he was laughing. He was like, there's an ongoing joke that like almost like the guys are betting each other. Like, you go up to Francis or you ask her out, and they're all like, is there anybody you think that she would say yes to? And he was like, always like, don't even bother. Like, that's just not her. So I always, when I worked, I had this like, they always thought I was mean because I did that on purpose, because I didn't want them to feel like I was approachable. Because I wanted to put it, no, that's not happening. Some guys didn't even listen to that though. But anyways, it was an ongoing thing where I had this persona that when I went to the gym, it was like a literal wall up. And so they all thought I was really mean, instead of like, they're like, oh, don't talk to Francis. Like, she's not going to give you the time of day.
Yeah. So, well, and then talking about the gym real quick, Samira says, hey, TJ and Franny, I just came back from the gym. Nice. I like these Sunday workouts, you guys. Dave says, so I'm so scared to talk to random women because I feel like she would be like that woman who bullied me in college. And they would be like, are you talking to me and say to me, you so chubby? Well, I'm going to say
I can understand that. That's not nice.
I'm going to say this. It's kind of like what we said to Tim. And this is, but for you women out there, just know there's a lot of men, a lot of us who feel this way, who are scared to make that first move. And this goes to what Francis said is, I think just how we have to work at approaching women more that we're interested. I think women have to work at being nice but assertive and what they feel in a way that's not bullying or teasing, because it can affect the rest of this young person's way of approaching or the way they see it. Now, with that said, same advice I'd have for Tim. Failure is part of life. And I think sometimes we, especially men, try to avoid that, like it's going to affect our ego or pride or what we think of ourselves. I think the sooner we can get around that and sooner understand that everybody's going to fail, that's just part of the approach, that's just part of the journey. The sooner we can get to that, the better off we will be. That doesn't mean you go and ever be disrespectful and see how far you can take it, but I like some of this advice. Be respectful, be authentic. Maybe look on their shirt, what they're wearing, talk about a different topic. Don't go in there.
Yeah, if they're reading a book or, there's so many different things, but most importantly, be authentic, be respectful, don't catcaller, none of that stuff. I don't feel like that's ever going to work if you want a nice girl.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. April said something. Where was it? And Zendal says, personally, I believe the man should make the first move. If he really wants you, he'll make an effort.
I agree. And I told him that's the one thing I would change when we met. Now, had TJ not been looking and, like I felt the chemistry, I would have never went up to him ever. But also, I would have never did that if my friend wasn't there either.
I didn't make the first move.
I would have never went up to him.
I just made it in my way.
But a guy should definitely go up to the girl first.
I agree. I just couldn't get to you. Carrie says, I have men reach out and seem interested, and even when I'm enthusiastic, I find they're not consistent. I can't figure out why they won't sustain the connection. This is another issue men have. Sometimes, more often than not, men are all over the place. I just don't think you found that one, Carrie.
Yeah.
Because when that one feels it, I think they will be more consistent. But I think oftentimes, and this is something that it's a shame that I have to say as a man, the priority is not what it should be to find that person.
But I feel like there's someone for everyone.
There of course,
that's the one thing I love about people watching. I love to like narrate in my mind, like how did they meet, and it's just cute. It like you see like all walks of life when it comes to couples, and I just love that. So I believe that there's someone for everyone. I really do.
Just my advice would just be keep the same good energy. Always keep the same good energy and know each situation is different and could be that one. The right way says nuggets of wisdom. Failure gives the best lessons by far.
It's so true.
By far.
So true.
Clarice says, I agree. Just be respectful and real. And then, okay. So Ness says, I just don't feel she's elaborating on why men shouldn't approach. I just don't feel it's worth approaching women. It's like you know nothing about the woman. It's like it's purely based on wanting them physically. You don't know their habits, their red flags, etc.
Yeah, but how else are you going to get a connection unless you go up to that person? If you feel like nobody should be going up to anyone, then there's no room for connection. Yeah. So I feel like you gotta, especially if you are interested in someone, make the move.
Passionately Fine says, how was it dating in LA? Because I'm suffering out here. It's even harder if you're a woman who won't go up to a man first.
That's kind of sad.
I think,
is that a LA thing?
I don't know. Because
that happened to me too, Passion.
What happened?
I had to go up to you.
Oh.
Your goofy self.
I already told you, Francis, and told the family rulers.
It's not, babe. Why. I want you to be honest.
I am being honest, babe. I just got into the room.
You just got into the room and saw a girl that I'm telling you, he was looking at me like I was his snack.
That was the first move. Everything seemed to work out just fine, didn't it?
He was like, just watching me.
She's a beautiful girl.
The whole time.
Beautiful. You're stunning.
And no one was in your way. So I'm sorry.
That's not true.
I'm sorry, Passion.
She already said it was going, and the room was not that big. So that's okay. Anyways, I think you got to I know this is sad, and I know this isn't what you want to hear. I think men have gotten worse at it. I think technology hasn't helped any of us, but I think you still got to keep putting yourself out there and in position for success.
I think technology has made us less likely to even have friendships, like genuine friendships and relationships. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's got to change as well.
Kisses for Jen says, what happens if we're both shy? How would that work? Well, we were both shy.
I had a friend, honestly, I'm grateful for her.
Because if she wasn't there,
there's no chance. I was walking out that door.
And I was walking in that door.
I was walking
But it wasn't
out.
like we were passing. We were good 20, 30 feet away.
Yeah. But literally locked eyes across the room. And this was our bodies.
Yeah.
But yeah, if she wasn't there, unless God had other ideas for us.
Shade Baramo says, I think parents need to teach and instill this in young men or boys from when they are children, how to deal with rejection from all aspects of life.
Absolutely.
I think, Shade, this is something that is so true. This is so true.
Yeah, because I think like, especially the younger generations, they get angry. And then they start to be disrespectful to the girl because they feel rejected.
Yeah, like, how could you put me?
Yeah.
How could you make me feel this bad?
Yeah.
I think us parents, we owe it to our kids to make sure they have those experiences and learn how to deal with it and to say it's part of life.
Oh, yeah.
Don't hold that burden on the next thing you do or that next person. I think that's super, super important.
Very true.
Passionately Fine also wants to know, I think it's thirsty for a woman to reach out to a man first? I don't. I think do I think it's equal to a man reaching out to a woman? I don't. I think there's something that makes more sense for men to be the approacher, but I don't think it's thirsty. Frances came to me and I didn't feel thirsty. She seemed very polite and
you seemed
respectful.
Relieved, like, oh.
She seemed very.
She came back.
She seemed.
She came back.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's you. Oh, hi. Good times. Good times. I'm blessed. I'm a blessed man. But no, it's not thirsty for a woman. I think it's all in the approach, you guys. I think it always comes down to authenticity and what you're portraying and emitting out there. If you come out there with the calmness and just a truthfulness, I think it's going to work either way it happens. Family says, guys tend to be intimidated and not approach me. I think I'm a pretty open person, so it's hard for me to understand. Do you have any advice, thoughts on it? And this is why I wanted to do more on this topic, because I think sometimes we think, and I'm putting myself in the female mind, but I think, and guys, I think we feel we're the only ones going through these scenarios. And it seems like it's a repetitive theme and I want you guys to understand, it's not you, it's just for lack of a better term, the way the game is played now.
Unfortunately.
So don't be hard on yourself, be you. And I'm going to keep going back to my advice. Put yourself out there. Doesn't mean you have to dress crazy. That's another thing, because for me, I don't know if that's as attractive. It's not as attractive. If someone's barely wearing clothes, that's not something that I teens tend to want to be with. So
I'm saying just be yourself.
Be you.
Be yourself.
Be you.
If you dress half naked, then that's just being yourself.
That's you.
So
if that's you, be you. But what I don't want is someone who doesn't dress like that, thinking they have to dress like that to get
in order
attention.
To impress.
That's the point I'm trying to make, because you're gonna attract someone, but it may not be the right someone. And I think the right person will come to you when you're as authentic. It goes back to what who was it? Was it Des who said something about not knowing really the person? You want to, if you're going to be approached by someone, you want that person to be attracted to the real you. Mm-hmm. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
Will you read this one, Franny?
Yep. Rafi says, I don't like dating apps as well. It seems like going to the market, but I noticed that people don't connect in public places as they used to do. All eyes are on their smartphones.
So sad.
And it's so true. I even get on to this guy, because if we're going we've kind of stopped like doing our little dates, which we're going to get back to, and we had a discussion about it. But it's rude to be on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's so rude. And the other person, like, put yourself in the other person's shoes.
Yeah.
Like, phone should be put away. Like, literally not even on the table.
DJXN says, as a girl, I will say compliments work. Yes, being respectful and respect no for an answer.
Yeah, I think compliments, as long as they're kind and respectful, I think compliments work.
I like this from Irene. Irene says, it has a proper way to address a person. I be polite and respectful, but some men today forget that in this moment, if they approach, they have to be confident, dress appropriately. I like that too. I do. Yeah. But be you, still be you. You don't want to wear a suit and then never wear a suit again. Francis, the way I was dressed the day I met Francis, I haven't veered too far away from you guys.
I don't remember what he had on that night, but I remember the other one, our first dates, and he was clean cut, smelled good, and
just like now.
What's a complaint now? That I never get the cute TJ.
Oh, you always get
like you left the other day. Mm-hmm. You had business meetings. This fool, I haven't smelled his cologne in months, a long time. And he walks out. I'm like, this fool smells good. I forgot that he can actually smell good sometimes.
Hey, I always smell good. Don't make it seem like I stink around here.
You don't stink. You don't have bad BO or anything. But I'm just saying, like, that's attractive.
All right. This was it from April. Well, I don't like when a guy approaches me saying, hey, baby. That is a big turnoff for me.
I've gotten that, April. Girl, what's your name?
And?
No, I just laugh at him.
Really, Francis?
Yeah.
Let's see what else we have. There's a couple more good comments. Will you read Savannah's super chat? Thank you.
Savannah says, dating is hard these days, especially when you have to turn someone down. You have to be careful because some men do not know how to take rejection. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, I was in a very uncomfortable, TJ still doesn't, and I don't want to get too public about it here because it was somebody we knew.
Mm-hmm.
And he came on very strong and I was a little taken back. Like, that was very uncomfortable for me. Yeah.
You want to talk more about it now or a little bit later or what?
It was not comfortable.
Really?
And then you were actually shocked. And you're like, no, I don't think. And I'm like, I'm not going to lie about this.
Was it recently you told me this or?
No.
Was it at that wedding thing?
Yes.
I don't even know who that person was.
You said you knew. There was only one other black guy there. So.
I know of the person, but it's not like I even know the person's name.
I don't know. You're like, you sure? I don't know. But anyway, it was very uncomfortable.
Anyways,
you guys knew each other enough, I should say.
He may have known me. I didn't know him that well. I swear to you. I didn't. I don't even know his name.
I don't know his name either because I didn't give him the chance.
All right. Just making sure. Okay, we have a couple more comments. There's some more good comments. First, though, I want to highlight this one from Zane. Hey, TJ and Francis, I hope you have a great Sunday for you guys. Great Sunday. You guys are the best, and I love your channel. I love that you love my smile. Love you. Aww. We love you too, Zane. And I'm telling you, your smile is perfection. I love it. So keep smiling. I can see you smiling right now, not just in the picture, but I could envision it. Keep smiling, Zane. It's a beautiful smile. Bommy. I select your comment and I already start to laugh. So
I know, we got to stop that.
I don't even know what you said, but I'm already going to be laughing. Men should move like they have sense. Like some of these men are actually moving mad as a stupid audacity is on mad discount. Love y'all.
I love you more, Bommy.
You know, Bommy, first, we love you too. And yes, I just think these dating and swiping and all just the whole social media thing has really made it more challenging because men aren't respecting the experience and how women should be treated as much, and that's really disappointing. And I'm sorry about that. Yura Soul says, I've never had a serious relationship in my almost 7 years of my life. Last time I went on date was 3 years ago, and after 2 months of dating, he ghosted me without explanation. It's just crazy.
That is crazy.
Oh my gosh,
that is crazy.
This is heartbreaking.
Yeah, that would turn me off too. That would probably make me.
So you haven't been on a date in a while. You finally go on dates for 2 months, and all of a sudden the person won't answer your call.
His loss. That's what I'm going to say. His loss. That's how you have to look at it. I don't think that's being cocky or boastful. You got to love you enough to say it's their loss.
And stay upbeat. Don't let this experience affect your energy. From the looks, you're a young, beautiful woman. Keep good energy, keep good positivity, continue to grow inside and become the best person you can be, and just live. And I believe that will change.
Yeah, don't let that one experience be, what's keeping you from dating or connecting with other people.
Yeah. Damore says, love this conversation. Nice. Happy. I hope it's helping some people. Jessica says, wow, first time catching the live stream. I love your content. Much love to the family.
And much love back,
much
Jessica.
love back to you. And then your fave says, hey guys, just wanted to know why guys don't like it when a girl have guy friends, because they see it as a red flag. Just wanted to know. So
you're the guy.
Yeah, so it depends what kind of guy friends. I don't know. You don't have many.
No, because I didn't do that, because it's disrespectful to you.
So
can't say the same for you.
I didn't see it as.
I know you don't. And
I don't. I'm sorry.
TJ let them flirt. He let them do all that crap. He just giggled like it was funny.
This isn't fair.
He never told him to stop.
Listen.
So
let's get back to the question.
I would not know. That's getting cut off right then and there. It's not happening.
I have a question. I have a comment to the question. I think I don't even know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, because I'm gonna keep it under my breath. But it was annoying, just so you know.
Okay, look, you I don't see there being maybe I'm just.
But what if they were flirting with me? Would you care?
Depends what type of flirt. Like sometimes I don't think things are flirting. That's just my miscalculation. But of course, I don't want anyone flirting.
Full miscalculation.
I don't want anyone flirting with you. I don't want anyone flirting with you. For a guy, I think it's different too. Sometimes.
Nah, it ain't.
Yeah, I think it is.
No, you're telling. I think it's harder for a girl to flirt than a guy.
See, I don't. No. Let me say it this way. I think girls are naturally nicer.
I wish I was different back then. I wish I was the Franny I am today.
Can I?
That's what I wish.
I think sometimes girls can be naturally nicer, and it can come off as flirting. Where for guys to do extra nice things, oftentimes
TJ,
it is
honest.
Flirting. I'm being honest.
Okay, were they flirting with you or not? And I say they. Were they or not?
I don't know what scenario you're talking about.
When we get off this live, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Babe, don't lie.
We got a lot to talk about after
this
live. I don't know.
He's lying.
I swear to you guys, I don't know what situation she's talking about.
So this is more of a question for you, because honestly, I'm going to be honest. Where I came from, it was disrespectful to talk to your exes, let alone let them flirt with you. I think it's out of respect for your partner to not allow that to happen. You gotta, and you can do it in a nice way. And I do feel like if it's bothering your partner, that's all that needs to be said.
I agree.
Unless and I'm not a jealous person, so I don't know if there is a jealous person, how they would respond, or if it's too much. So I can't really speak to in that aspect, but for me, who's not a jealous person, I think out of respect for your current partner, If it bothers them, that's all you need to know.
Yeah. Okay, a couple more comments we're going to get to. First, hello to Trudy from Cornwall, UK.
Hello, Trudy.
And then we have some super chats that we did not hit. We have Melissa, who says, hi, TJ and
Hi,
Francis.
Melissa.
Wish there are more people like you. You both are great. I'm going to see Paris in Amsterdam in October. Enjoy your Sunday.
Nice.
We love you too, Melissa. You have a wonderful time. That's really very cool. And then we have Makola, who with super chat, who says, TJ, just like I told you on X, the underlying cause, a lack of love, lack of good people surrounding those kind of people. That's sad. I think she's referring to X. It was my fault because this was an old super chat. So I apologize for not putting it on then. And then we have Makola again, who says, I wouldn't tell my crush he's my crush if I felt like he'd reject me. I'd wait until I felt like he fell for me too. I had just one crush. Dating apps aren't the way to go. Outside, have real connections. Yeah.
I agree with that.
I agree with that completely, Makola. And it's understandable that you wouldn't tell a crush that he's your crush until you'd wait until you felt that it was okay to do so.
Some of these comments.
And then Makola also says, TJ, no man is like you or the men in the Jackson family nowadays. I'd rather stay single like it's a life-changing decision. You can fall in love or have kids with the wrong person, never realize it too.
Yes, you can.
So a couple things I want to say. There are very good men out there. It's not just men in the Jackson family. There's many more men that are great choices. With that said, two things come to mind. Number one, do not, especially you, Makola, who's so young. This is for everyone. Forget the age. Do not cut off or perceive men with negativity, because I do think it affects when that person does come up to you, how you see it. Mm-hmm. Just the way you look or answer or wait for them to finish can say a lot. And if you have a negative mentality about men, it may show before you even said a word. So be careful of that. And then number two, you are 100% right. You do not want to have kids with the wrong person. That is something that too many people do. And it really...
It's difficult.
It's difficult because it
makes everything more difficult
in life, right?
Yes.
Because it's not just those 18 years until they're adult. It's forever. They're a life partner. So it's not marriage, but it's a partnership that you are committing to with a person. So if you're going to have a child with someone, you better make sure there's a darn good reason to do it, and make sure you know the person.
And sometimes there's not. And sometimes you learn.
We got lucky. I mean, we had a child 3 months in knowing each other, but I'm a pretty good at.
I could have
core.
I don't know.
You think I just got lucky?
You just got very blessed. Luck wasn't in the cards. You were blessed.
I don't know. I don't know. I tend to think I'm a pretty good judge of character. Yeah. She seemed to have done a pretty good job herself. We both got lucky. Don't follow that, or do follow it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to say you better make that right choice.
Go with your heart. Just try to make sure they're the right person.
Shade says, speak, TJ, or forever hold your peace.
He ain't gonna say nothing.
That was that was a little
I like messing with him, guys.
There's a little hot moment over there, Shade.
He takes it with, like with the grain of salt. It's cute.
Member for 60 months. Jennifer's been a member. Nice, Jennifer. I love it. Jennifer, you didn't have any comments on this whole topic? Come on now. I know you did. I know
Jennifer did.
Makola also with the super chat says TJ's personality with a heart and a laughing.
TJ laughs through difficult times, which makes it very difficult to be upset with him. And I think he's mastered that. And I think he knows I think he knows he's cute. And I think he knows if he laughs it off, how can I be mad? Or he jokes it off. He's really good at that. So I don't stay mad long. And it sucks.
By the way, Em just joined last week, and she's really glad she did. I don't know if she's talking about the membership, but either way, subscribed or joined the membership. It's good to have you. And then Harmony, a super chat. Very, very thankful for the super chat. Harmony says, my algorithm brought me to a YouTube video of your dad a couple days ago. It was called The Fallen State. TJ, the way your dad spoke, I was in tears. It was so beautiful. I could see so much of that in you. Very cool. I haven't seen this video, Harmony, so you got me curious and interested to watch it. So I'll look out for it. But either way, thank you for the super chat and the kind words. My father was a really sweet soul with a great heart and was very humble. And
He was.
I feel very blessed for him to have been my father. So, okay, Franny J, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
I don't know, but it's what I do want to tell you guys is I go back and look at the live chats because oftentimes you guys are going in there and it's pretty funny to
Oh, there's a world within the chats?
There's a world within the chats where, you know, Mommy's leading a lot of that. But anyways, it's just fun and it's funny.
So I have noticed this, and this will be the last thing we say, but I have noticed, Francis, you do sometimes watch the live soon after and have the chat on.
Yes.
That's the reason?
Because oftentimes we can't see what all the comments are here.
Yeah. So there you go. If you're watching these live streams, you may want to watch them with the chat. It sounds like it's even a whole nother level of an experience. All right. Okay, you guys, anything else, Franny J?
I think that's it.
Okay, you guys, we're going to sign off. We want to tell you guys we love you. Have a great rest of your week, or have a great Sunday and have a great rest of your week. And for you women and men out there, get out, go talk to people, go experience life. Don't bring any preconceived or any negative experiences from the past into today. And finally, always try to learn how to forgive. It's an important thing. It's an important aspect to have for the best life you can possibly live. All right, Franny.
We love you all.
Love you all. And we will see you guys next time. Adios, everyone.